welcome to another live session. My name is Linda from ITTT. Hello and welcome. Super excited to be here again this week. And this week we are having as I like to call it, a TEFL and TESOL chat. I have my coffee right here as well, so feel free to also grab a coffee or a beverage of your choice. And yeah, let's hang out. Let's have some fun. You guys can ask me questions about teaching English, about TEFL, about TESOL, about all that good stuff. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget, please, to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our upcoming live sessions. As you might know, we go live twice a week. One time me, and then I usually go live on this day, this time, like right now. And my colleague Lisa, she goes live on Tuesday. So that's usually how it happens. And Lisa, my colleague, she is a great resource as well because she's actually a non-native English speaker from Russia who has experience teaching English in China and online. So you basically get the best of both worlds, native speaker and non-native English speaker, who both have a successful career in teaching. And today, here I am, and also you get a 30% discount code today during this live. So if that's something you're interested in, you can scan this QR code in the upper right-hand corner. And I'm also going to share a discount code with you in just a minute. But today we have something really new and exciting. As you might see here, I already have prepared a question. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from right now? And normally you just put this in the comments, but today I want to try something new and different. So I'm going to share with you a Mentimeter link. It looks like this. So please go to this website and punch in the country where you're watching from right now. And I'm also going to participate so that you can see how it works. And then it will all appear on our word wall. Word wall. Oh my God, I can't talk today. So this is mine. I am watching from, or I'm actually talking from South Korea. So go to Mentimeter and put in your country where you're watching from, and then we can see where everybody's at. I think that's really, really cool. A cool way of visualizing all our locations. So feel free to do that now. Cool. We have somebody watching from the United States. Awesome. This is super exciting. Very great. South Korea, United States. Let's see what else. Who else is there and can participate in our Mentimeter poll where you're watching from? So you just click the link, or you can also go to menti.com and punch in the code. 2 entries so far. So let's get a few more. I'm curious where you are. Let's participate. Let's see. We have people from South Korea. That's me. And the United States. So let's see. Who else? Who else? Let's see. So just head to Menti, the link that I shared, this link, you just click on that. Yeah, Philippines. Awesome. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Cool. Philippines, South Korea, United States. So let's get a couple more. I'm very curious. I know there's a lot more people watching, so don't be shy. If you can, please participate. And I feel like, is my camera dirty? Give me a second. Maybe it's a little... is that better? Maybe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. Please, people. Let's get a couple more just for the fun of it. And I have one more question, also word wall like this, in just a minute. But let's start with this. Really fun. So go to this link and you can participate and just put that in. Put your country in. Menti.com. And you can also punch in the code. Let's give it just a couple more seconds just for the fun of it. And then we just jump into today's topic. But yes, today's topic, what we're going to do, basically, this is what I started doing once a month now. Basically a casual TEFL talk, a FAQ, a Q&A. You are able to ask questions and I'll hopefully be able to answer them for you. So that's what we're going to do today. And you can ask anything related to TEFL, to teaching. I am in South Korea, so if you're curious about what it's like to live and teach and work in South Korea, you can also do that. I see that a couple more people joined now, so feel free to go to this link and put in the country where you are watching from right now. Please do that, and then it will appear here on our word wall. And then I'm also going to share the 30% off link. And if you're watching or if you're listening to this as a podcast, the link will be in the podcast description. As you might know, we always turn our live events into podcast episodes. Oh no, the code doesn't work. All right, Uruguay. You know, maybe I can put this in for you. Maybe not. No, I think only one per person. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, Uruguay. Let's see if it works. If it shows up. If I do that for you. Might not work because I think only one look. Yeah, you already voted, so I can't vote again. Oh, that's all right. Good. Yes, so this is the discount code. Other code, 30% off. So if you are not yet TEFL or TESOL certified and you're interested in getting TEFL and TESOL certified, you can do so with this link, 30% off. And yeah, so after the Menti question here, I see that maybe it's not working for everybody. So yeah, I see that, for example, Brahim is watching from Tunisia. We have Carlos from Uruguay. Christy from the Philippines. So I think we have your answer here. Juliana from the United States. And myself from South Korea. And there's a lot of other people, so maybe it doesn't work for you on your end. But yeah, let's just jump in and let me share another one with you. So we're going to do another word wall in a minute if you want, if you're interested. So I'm going to stop sharing this right now. And I just want to share my slides over here just to accompany our Q&A session today. But yes. So first, a little bit about myself. If you don't know me yet, my name is Linda Dunsmore, and I see this is a little bit small. So let me just make myself small real quick just for my intro. So I'm a travel writer and content creator under the name Linda Goes East. You can find my own personal website at lindagoeseast.com. And on Instagram, I'm very active on there and love sharing my content at Linda Goes East as well. So if you're on Instagram, if you're interested, hop on over, give me a follow, and maybe send me a message. I would appreciate that. And I'm originally from Germany and the US. So my mom is actually German and my dad is American. But I am actually based in South Korea. I've been here for about 6.5 years now. And I am also, this is the other side, a TEFL and TESOL marketing professional for ITTT. I've experience in teaching English as a foreign language in China and in Korea. I've also been teaching English online since this year. And yeah, ITTT is a leading TEFL and TESOL course provider worldwide. You can also find us at teflcourse.net. So, hello. If there are some new people here, feel free to still vote for our Menti wall. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and if there is a change, I'm going to let you know. Okay. But yes, today, what we're going to do is basically just have a Q&A. So it's your opportunity to ask questions about TEFL, about TESOL, about anything teaching related. So feel free to leave your questions here, and I'm also going to keep an eye on our Menti wall over here. And yes, hi, Gypsy Boy. Hey, if you can, Gypsy Boy, can you click on this link, menti.com? I don't know if you can see this in the comments. It should be in the comments also on YouTube. And just punch in your country where you're watching from. That would be really great. And then we can all see it on our word wall. This goes for everybody. I see a lot of people have joined now. So please feel free to do that. And if there's a change, we got 3 answers collected so far. Let me just show you guys again. For anyone who hasn't seen that yet, it looks like this. I just thought I'd try something new today. So please go here. I'm going to share the link one more time for you all, so you can also vote your location, because I see there's a lot of new people now watching. So let's try this again. Maybe we can record some more answers. Okay. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, please go here, this link, and let's record some more countries over here where you're watching from. South Korea, that is mine. And we have the Philippines, the United States. We have Islamabad. Islamabad, yeah. Awesome. Great. Let's get a couple more. And then, yeah, think about some questions that you'd like to ask me. Feel free to do that. And yeah, I'll be happy to answer them at any time about TEFL and TESOL and teaching English abroad. And I also have prepared some other slides that might be helpful in answering the questions for you as well. So that's our agenda for today. And like I said, I have my coffee here because this is a casual TEFL chat. So I encourage you to also prepare a coffee or beverage of your choice and settle in, and let's have a chat. All right, good. Maybe it's not, I understand it's not working for everybody, so I'm just going to turn this off again and then turn on my slides over here. So we can maybe get into that. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to ask you some other questions later so we can try this again. So good. Alrighty, so Q&A. I don't know if you've seen last week's live session. It was about the different changes in China and the online teaching market. So if you have any questions about that, you can also refer to last week's live session. Also, who already is TEFL certified? Are you already TEFL certified? Are you TESOL certified? Do let me know. And yeah, I'm going to start Q&A. So what are your questions about teaching English abroad? What is maybe holding you back? Don't be shy. Ask away your questions, also about specific maybe destinations, about specific courses, anything like that we can have a chat about. There's also, I don't know if this is here. Hold on. Yeah. This is something I always like to start with and kind of talk a little bit about, especially for people who are kind of new to TEFL and TESOL. So what the difference is between TEFL and TESOL actually. And I'm sure a lot of you guys already know this because you took a TEFL course. But basically TEFL stands for Teaching English as a Foreign Language, and TESOL stands for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. And TEFL is most commonly used within the UK and Europe. The term TEFL and TESOL is usually preferred in Australia and the US, but the course content is exactly the same. So you can actually choose at ITTT if your certificate should say TEFL or TESOL on it, but the course you take is exactly the same. So there's no difference between TEFL and TESOL. And Gypsy Boy here has a question. He says, Teacher, I have completed my master in English literature and language and recently done my TESOL from ITTT from USA Online. So my question is, what's the importance of TESOL and how you experience it? So the importance of a TESOL certificate, is that your question? That's a good question. Yeah. And I think I have a slide here that kind of will help you a little bit. But yeah. So what's a TEFL certificate, or also what's a TESOL certificate? I like to use this slide here for explaining a little bit more. So I like to explain it like it's two things. So one, it is just this paper here in your hand. That is a certification that you can also put on your wall and show off and stuff. And it is a required certification in many places. For example, in China, it is a requirement that you need to absolutely have a TEFL certificate to teach there. Also, many employers, renowned schools, anywhere, they will require people to have a TEFL in order to work there. But on the other hand, it's also an important skill just for you, right? So a TEFL course teaches you the skills that you need to be successful in your classroom. So with a TEFL course, you learn all about teaching theories, methods, and techniques. You learn about classroom management, lesson planning, evaluation and testing, equipment and teaching aids, English grammar, all of those things. Because just because we're native English speakers or we're fluent English speakers doesn't necessarily mean you actually know how to teach. So that's why I think a TEFL TESOL is two things. One, it is this requirement that you need to have to teach in many places. And also now, what I want to add to that, due to the pandemic and sort of more strict requirements now, a TEFL is even more, or a TESOL is even more important now, because it's a little bit more difficult for schools to hire people, right? Because of additional restrictions like quarantine in a lot of places. People need to do quarantine. This is more expensive for schools. The testing, all of this is kind of extra work and extra money for schools. So they are more picky about teachers now. So definitely having a TEFL certificate or a TESOL certificate now is even more important. So I hope that kind of makes sense and answers your question. Yeah, okay. So, Gypsy Boy, what's the opportunity we have in abroad on the behalf of TESOL? Yeah, I mean, a TESOL certificate allows you to teach abroad. It always depends on your personal background, also your nationality, your citizenship, where you can then actually teach. But a TESOL certificate definitely allows you to teach English all around the world. So, there are really no limits, right? It just depends on where you're from, your own background, your own skill set, where you then can go, right? So it depends. It always depends on the different case by case. But a TEFL and a TESOL certificate allows you to work abroad or also teach English online. All right. Then Juliana, can TESOL certified teachers who live outside of South Korea get any teaching opportunities during the summer and winter break? That's a good point. Yeah, so South Korea, we actually have a lot of summer camps, winter camps. Every year, the demand is really, really high. However, most of these positions for summer camps, winter camps are actually filled locally. From people who already are in the country. That has to do with visa regulations, because you need to have the right visa. You need to have a work permit for South Korea. So I think getting a position for a summer English camp from outside of Korea is a little bit difficult, and I don't think that happens a lot. I've done a winter camp before, and all of the teachers work in Korea. They have the proper visa so that they are allowed to actually work and teach there. So I don't think Korea is a good place for these short-term kinds of positions, but there are a lot of other countries where you can certainly do that, where it's not so strict and you can get the proper visa. Or you can also sometimes do this on a tourist visa, but not in South Korea, unfortunately. Good question. It's definitely a good question. Okay. Thank you. Tipsy Boy says, teacher be blessed. Thank you so much. You too. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. It's awesome. All right. What other questions do we have today? This is good stuff. Don't be shy. That's why I'm here. So feel free to ask away, even if it's something maybe you already asked before, it's not clear, or something I already talked about. Don't be shy. I don't bite. So you can ask away anything that you want. Anything you want. And yeah, this 30, as you can see, 30% off is still running during our live session. So did I share the link actually? I think I did. You can either scan the QR code up here, or if that doesn't work for you, you can also click on the link, the discount link, which looks like this, ends in Facebook Live minus Linda. And if you click on that, you are directed straight to the application page where you can fill out your application, choose the TEFL course that you want to take, and then on the next page, you see the discounted price. And then you can choose your payment options, etc. So yeah, and you don't have to do this today. You can take your time with making the right decision which course to take. You can also ask me what course you should take based on your goals. It always depends on what you want to do after, where you want to go, what kind of teaching you want to do. That's then you would choose the best course for that kind of goal. Okay. Hope that makes sense. But yeah, this is how it works. So, okay, great. Gypsy Boy asks, teacher, what about the Gulf countries? Yeah, this is actually the region with the highest TEFL salaries, the best benefits. So this is a really, really good region to work in as a teacher. Also, many of these countries have tax-free salaries. And let's have a look at the map. I have a map for where's the demand. So obviously there's not that many pins in there, but these are the regions with like the highest demand at the moment. You can basically find positions anywhere for teaching, but this is what it looks like right now. Okay. And the Gulf countries, like I said, are really one of the best regions for TEFL teaching at the moment. They pay the highest salaries. They have great benefits, also tax-free salaries. So this is a good place to work, but their requirements also tend to be higher than other regions. So you will need to have maybe a bachelor's degree in English, teaching experience, a TEFL, a TESOL, additional maybe specialized TEFL courses in order to be accepted to teach there. Hey, Giuliano, nice to see you too. And we have July Lei. I hope I'm saying that correctly, from Myanmar. Hey, how are you doing? Awesome. Yeah, and as you can see on the map, pretty much you can find teaching positions anywhere. And next week in my live session, I have planned to talk about teaching opportunities in the next year in 2022 and everything you need to know for teaching English in 2022. And I'm going to be mentioning the best countries with the highest demand at the moment for 2022 next week. So if that's something that interests you, also tune in next week in my live session. It will be at the same time, same day. So you don't want to miss that. very important. There have been so many changes with pandemic, with vaccinations, with quarantine, also with the whole China situation, what we talked about last week with the new requirements and regulations in China. So definitely a lot of big changes coming for 2022. So if you are looking for a new teaching opportunity for 2022, you can tune in next week. Good question. Juliana is asking about the JET program. So she says, will the JET program open its application for next year? I haven't actually searched, but I am pretty sure that they will, because the JET program is a very big program and they are recruiting many, many teachers every year, and they are still running. That's also something I'm going to talk about next week, about the different programs. There are some teaching programs that actually closed their doors because of the pandemic. So they are not running anymore, some of them. So also stay tuned for that. That's coming next week. But the JET program is not one of those programs. So they are still hiring. And what's really great, fun fact about the JET program, they also accept non-native English speakers into their teaching program in Japan. So this is a great opportunity for non-native English speakers who want to go to Asia, East Asia, because, for example, the EPIC program in Korea does not allow people from countries other than 7 English-speaking countries. So the JET program is more open in that regard, which is really great for a lot of people. Hi, Brett. How are you doing? We're just doing a casual Q&A today, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to ask away. And I still have my Mentimeter. Let's maybe take another look at the Mentimeter so that other people can try and also vote. If it works. I really want it to work. This is something new today I'm trying. Looks like this. Just give it a second. So we are collecting all the countries where you guys are watching from. So if you also want to participate, go to this link right here and just put in your country where you are watching from right now. And it will appear on our word wall. And we see where everybody's from. So if you haven't done that yet, please take a moment, do that right now, so we can all see where everybody's watching from, where everybody's located. It's just something fun I thought I would try today. So you can please go to this link and then put it in. I cannot put this in for you, unfortunately. I see many people answering here now. Ecuador, Thailand, Brazil. So I can't type it in for you guys. You actually need to go to this link. Yeah, perfect. Great. Now, finally, we have some more answers. Awesome. Thank you, guys. There we are. United States, Brazil, Ecuador, Philippines, South Korea, Islamabad. Great. Ooh, we got a new one. What's the new one? Oh, Philippines got bigger. We have more people from the Philippines. Yeah, if you put in the same one twice, it will just get bigger, right? That's also really fun. Cool. Thailand. Yay. There's some action. Hasnawi, Mohammed, you can put Morocco also into our Mentimeter. So go to this link here in the comments, and then you can put in Morocco as well. That would be really cool. Fun. All right. Michelle is also asking about the JET program. Oh, you don't know about this program? Okay, cool. I actually did a live session about the JET program. I mentioned it a couple of times. I did one live session about government programs in different countries. So the JET program stands for the Japanese, what does it stand for? Exchange. No, I forgot what it actually stands for. Oh, the Japan Exchange and Teaching Program. There we go. The Japan Exchange and Teaching Program. So it is a program from Japan that places foreign teachers into schools in Japan. It's a very big program. It's one of the biggest teaching programs. And so you can browse our playlist with previous live sessions. And there's one about government programs, teaching programs. So you can find it there. I also did a live session about teaching English in Asia. And I mentioned it there as well. So go check it out. You can also Google it, JET program. And find out more about it. But yeah, it's pretty good. Cool, Brett. I've marked next week down on my calendar. Awesome. Thank you. Then we have Laura here. Hi, Laura, Renata, Michelle, great. And Hasnai Mohammed from Morocco. Awesome. Yeah, and our word wall is growing now. It's really cool. So, do we have something new here? Philippines seems like it's getting bigger and bigger. Morocco is there now as well. Awesome. Yeah, keep voting, guys, so we know where you are located as well. You can just click on this link, Menti, or you can go to menti.com, use code, punch this code in, and then just put in what country you're in, okay? A lot of fun, so we can all see where everybody's from. Very fun. Cool. So, other questions? I'm gonna keep an eye on our Menti wall. But good, Brett. Brett is asking, is there an age limit for the JET program? I'm 46, an old timer. I think, let's see, usually the age limit is like 60 with things, especially in Asia. And I just Googled it, but yes, it says there is no age limit to apply to participate in the JET program. But it says you should understand that the JET program was conceived as a youth-to-youth exchange program. But I mean, you seem to be very youthful and young at heart, so I'm sure you would probably get hired. And I mean, you have an in-class TEFL course, which is really great. You have teaching experience. Just try it out. I would just give it a go. If this is your goal, then give it a try. But yeah, officially no age limit. So that's great. Giuliano, nowadays people who want to learn English as the second language, do you think that they care about British or American English? It's something that here in Brazil students really care about. Particularly, I'd rather American one. Okay. Yeah, I think, it depends. I can speak from experience here in South Korea, where definitely a lot more American English has influence here, but I think it also has to do with the history of the country. But they also hire English teachers from all other English-speaking countries. So a lot of British people, a lot of people from South Africa as well, Australia, New Zealand. It's very mixed. There are certainly some schools who are very particular about their teacher's accent. For example, there are some schools that are like American schools, so they would prefer hiring American English speakers. And also there are British style schools who prefer hiring people from the UK. But I would not say that is such a big thing. You can definitely find positions for both accents. Yeah. All right. Yeah, if you are here, Rare Breed, if you are watching from Japan, you can go to this link, Menti. Where did it go? And you can put in your country there. And then we can actually see it on the wall. Okay. Hi, Laura Lee. Oh, that's a pretty name. Good morning. Watching here in the Philippines. Do you still offer discount next year? Yeah, so the discount we share always during our live sessions, the biggest discount, 30% off. We also did a Halloween discount on Halloween, which was 20%. So only actually during our live sessions, we share 30%. And we are probably going to continue that throughout next year as well, but you never know. So Can't really be 100% sure, but yeah, as as of right now, we are continuing with that. All right. Yay! It's here. I'm watching from Japan. Great. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. So I guess we have quite a lot of people from the Philippines. That's awesome. Okay. Now maybe I don't know if we should do a new one. Ooh. Myanmar. Did Myanmar get added? Yay! It's so funny. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for voting. That's great. Cool. I also have prepared another vote. We might do in a bit. But let's see. Let's see. Let me remove this for now. Let's get rid of that. And how do I do that? Oh, I'm working on two computers at the same time, so sometimes it can get a bit confusing. But here we are. Okay, so now actually I want to do another one. How can I go back? Yeah, this one. Let's do this. Okay. Just give me 1 second to figure this all out. Oh my god. Technology. Is this showing up? Okay. So now the question is about where would you like to teach? Yes, rare breed, you can ask a question for sure. Ask your question. Meanwhile, everybody else, go and vote for where you would like to teach. And you can actually enter more options. So it's the same link. New question. Where would you like to teach? You can put in a country, a city. You can put in online if you want to teach online. And you can enter up to 3 different options. So you can do that. And then we'll see which place is the most popular. All right, so let's do that. And then we have a question here from Dex. Any links or tips for online teaching and which programs to use? I recently finished my 220 TEFL, but I don't know anything about online teaching. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we actually do have a 50-hour oh my god, so many countries coming in. We actually have a 50-hour teaching English online specialization course. So maybe that would be something for you since you don't know anything about online teaching, that would be something great to add. And with 30% off the link, it would be really cheap to take. But anyway, we also have a lot of previous live sessions, myself included. I did a live session about the 10 best tools for teaching English online, free tools. So you can scroll in our playlist of previous live sessions and find that there. Also, my colleague Lisa has done a lot about online teaching and what tools and programs to use. So I recommend go to our playlist. You're on YouTube, so you can go to live, I think it's called live events, the playlist, and just browse for the topic about online teaching. Okay? All right. Ooh, looks like Japan is super popular. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. We have Japan, Canada, Taiwan, USA online, South Korea, Mexico, and Australia. But Japan seems to be the most popular at the moment. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Laura asks, can I work in Japan with a TESOL diploma and AA degree? I'm in the process of earning a bachelor's degree. Yeah, I think you do need to have a bachelor's degree to teach in Japan. A 4-year degree is the minimum. So after you have that, then you can definitely go and work in Japan. Ooh, so many new countries coming in. I love it. Greece. Wow. Also Thailand, Egypt. Yes. But Japan is getting bigger and bigger. It seems to be so popular. Wow. Spain as well, Italy. Interesting. So we basically have North America, Europe, and Asia. Well, and Australia. What good at it? Oh, United Kingdom. Also, a lot of English speaking countries where you would like to go and teach. Okay. In English speaking countries, it tends to be a little bit more difficult. The competition is higher because there are a lot of English speakers already there, right? So you tend to need to have a little bit more requirements and qualifications, and teaching experience, and maybe also a degree in English. So that's a good question. So, are private teaching lessons prohibited in Japan? So, I think, are you referring to the situation in China? Because that's the situation in China right now, where they put in new regulations that prohibit the private tutoring stuff. So, that is China. That is not happening in Japan, not happening in Korea, only happening in China right now. And in fact, a lot of English teachers abroad, they do earn extra money with private tutoring. So, while it might not always be officially legal to do so, you can definitely do that. A lot of teachers do. They just find private students in their vicinity where they are and tutor them one on one. Also, online, this can happen. Teachers working online. So, yeah, that is definitely not prohibited. No. Awesome. Japan. Is Japan so popular? Awesome. Cool. Maybe we should do I actually, if for anyone who's interested in teaching in Japan, I did a um I did a live event with two sisters from Japan, or like they are from Australia, but they are teaching English in Japan. They One works for the JET program, and the other one works for just a private school. So if you're interested in teaching English in Japan, you can also check that out. They share a lot of great insight about how the JET program works versus how it's for private schools and life in Tokyo and things like that. So go check that out. Yeah. So then, adding to that question from before about private tutoring, but what would happen if you're caught giving private lessons? So a couple of teachers. So in Korea, you're actually supposed to, if you are on the E2 visa, the teaching visa, you shouldn't have any other work outside of your school. And I heard some stories where some teachers, they were tutoring their students or like former students in their free time, and the school found out, and then they just had to stop doing that. Nothing actually happened. But if you break certain kind of employment rules, if you have a second job, but your visa does not allow you to have a second job, you can face fines, or even in the worst case, deportation. So you do need to be careful with that for sure. All right, Michelle is asking, I've been teaching English in Thailand for 8 years. Do you think it's advisable to join the government teaching programs abroad? Yeah, for 8 years. So you do have a lot of experience. So it's all only been in Thailand though. It depends. The teaching programs, they are really great. Excuse me. They're really great for people who are really new to teaching. So who are new to teaching, or they've never been to that country before. So these programs are just great because they offer a lot of great guidance. Especially the big programs like the JET program in Japan, the EPIC program in Korea. You get a lot of like guidance from these programs when you first arrive. They pick you up from the airport. You have like a 2 to 4 week kind of orientation. You meet other people in the program. So that's really good from that support kind of aspect. And with these programs, at least with the EPIC program in Korea, you also get placed in a public school, which has more vacation days compared to private schools, for example. But private schools tend to pay a little bit more. Um, So it's always pro and con. If you feel like, you have enough experience of living abroad, you don't actually need that super support and guidance. You can definitely just find a job on your own. You can also contact recruiters, who will help you then find a job. So it depends on just what you want, what you think is, best for you for making this transition. I hope that makes sense. Awesome. Any other countries where you guys would like to teach? You can go to Menti. I'm just going to share the link one more time so people who are joining now can also participate. You go to this link and you can enter up to 3 locations where you would like to teach. And I'm very curious what you guys are saying. And it seems like now Japan is still super popular. Interesting. Giuliano saying it reminds me of a famous Brazilian writer here in Brazil who went to London to teach English for foreigners. Yeah, I mean, that's also what a lot of people are doing. For example, if a Brazilian person goes to London and teaches English to maybe other Brazilians, right? Because he knows how Brazilians learn English and maybe what they struggle with. So that can also be a really good niche for people to enter these markets, right? For non-native English speakers to teach the people of their country because they know the struggles, they know maybe what, they don't like how they can teach them the best, right? All right. Yeah, Laura, can I teach online with a TESOL diploma and AA degree? Yeah, actually, I did also a live session about teaching online, and I shared a big list of good teaching websites and platforms. And some of them don't need you to have a degree at all. And definitely, you can find a platform where you can teach online also without a bachelor's degree, without a 4-year degree. You can definitely find a lot of platforms there because there's so many platforms out there and they all have different requirements. Some have higher expectations from their teachers, some have lower expectations. So it all depends. You can definitely start teaching online with a TESOL diploma and AA degree for sure, if you find the right platform. All right, Brett, I'm going to look at this question first. Can you recommend a language learning program that is best for the language of the country you're moving to? I'm sampling a couple right now. Thanks again. Yeah, I think it would depend on what language it is, right? I know about, for example, my experience in China. There are so many language schools that teach Chinese. I also used to participate in like a weekly language exchange group. In Korea, we have the local YMCA that run English, Korean courses. And also there is a program called the KIIP program, which stands for Korea Immigration and Integration Program or something like that. And they teach Korean for free to foreigners. So it depends on the country. Every country has these kinds of programs, or even if it's just like a weekly like language exchange thing, they definitely happen everywhere. So it would depend on where you're looking, what kind of language you're looking for learning. Laura Lee, do you help the graduates in making the CV? Yes, we do. That is one of our after course support things that we offer for sure. So if every graduate, 2 graduates from ITTT actually has lifetime job support that never expires, which means, even if you don't teach right away, let's say you're doing something else first and then maybe, a year, 2, 3 years later, even 10 years later, you're like, hey, actually now I want to go teach. And then you can still contact us and then you can, contact us and we help you with finding a job. And CV and also interview preparation. It's all included. All right, cool. So now we have 2 questions here. And I think Rare Breed you might be actually better in answering this question. So here we have a question from Radikileko Tladi. I hope I'm saying this correctly, but do the Japanese discriminate against Africans the same way that Americans discriminate against African Americans? I cannot speak to that. I actually haven't lived in Japan, and I'm not African. But Rare Breed is a Nigerian living in Japan. So I think, Rare Breed, you are the perfect person to answer this question. Okay? So if you're still here, why don't you please answer this question for Radi Kiliko? That'd be great. So if you could answer, Rare Breed, if you could answer this question real quick for Radikiliko. I'm so sorry. Radikiliko. And then I'm going to answer your question, Rare Breed, after this, okay? So I'm going to leave you to it, and then I'm just going to read out what Rare Breed is saying. So the question was, do the Japanese discriminate against Africans the same way that Americans discriminate against African Americans? And since Rare Breed is a Nigerian living in Japan, you would probably have the best answer for this. So let's see if you could maybe say something and give an answer. That would be really great. And meanwhile, I'm gonna read this question as well. So, I'm a Nigerian living in Japan. I desire to teach English in either USA, Canada, or Australia. I have a bachelor's degree in education and 120-hour TESOL certificate. What are my chances, please? Just gonna give it a moment. I hope Rare Breed can maybe answer the question from Radikiliko. If not, I'm just going to answer Rare Breed's question real quick. So, yeah, since you have, teaching experience in Japan, you have a bachelor's degree in education, you also have a TESOL certificate, I do think that your chances are, high. I do not know the local markets in USA, Canada, and Australia really well, but they're also both, or all three of them, are very, very big countries, and I'm sure that you could find a position in those countries with your background, your experience, and your credentials. So, yeah. You can also browse our job section on our website, and I'm just going to share that maybe for everybody real quick. If you're interested, we do have a job section so that you can take a look. So maybe Rare Breed is already gone and can't answer. That just fits so perfectly. I wish. Oh, okay. You answered. Awesome. I'm going to read that in a minute. So this is our job section on the website. So you can browse that by location, by country, by continents, and find positions there as well. Thank you so much for answering that. So Rare Breed says, hi, Japan is a great place to live. Overall, the Japanese are lovely people, but about 30% do discriminate, but you can cope. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. That was just so perfect how you two are here at the same time, and you have the experience of living in Japan as a Nigerian, as an African person, and you can give a better insight than I could. So thank you so much for that. That was really great. I appreciate you. We still have this going, our word wall here. Where would you like to teach? If you have not participated yet, you can do so. You can, where's the link? You can go here, menti.com, and fill in up to 3 locations where you would like to teach. If it's a country, a city, or simply online, you can put that in there. And then we'll see how it develops until the end of this session. I'm still going to be here a couple more minutes, but I've been really enjoying this live session so far. I hope you too. And if you do have any questions about TEFL, TESOL, teaching English abroad, anything like that, do feel free to ask your questions, and I'll do my best to give my opinion and answer it. So yeah. Yeah, good point. Juliana says, as far as I've been seeing the requirements for teaching online aren't too demanding for a few schools. It depends on the school. Unfortunately, it opens a broad possibility for bad education. Yeah, that's also a good point, right? I agree with you there, especially right now. Online, teaching English online or teaching online anything at the moment is a huge boom, and pretty much anyone can do it. So it can be also dangerous too, right? So yeah, who knows? Thank you, your lovely host. Thank you so much. You're a lovely viewer. I appreciate it. And I really hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It's a little bit challenging to say, but I'm trying my best. I hope you're not mad at me. Great. Cool. So Japan seems to be the most desired place to teach. I wonder why. Maybe you could put that in the comments. Everybody who said Japan, they're interested in teaching in Japan, tell me why. Why are you so interested in teaching in Japan? I'm very curious. I mean, obviously Japan is a very beautiful, interesting country. But what are your reasons for wanting to teach in Japan? Rare Breed said, I asked the question basically because though I'm fluent in English, I'm not native. I'm not afraid, but it's a concern. Yeah, I mean, that's always a concern, obviously, for non-native English teachers. But I also think the situation has gotten so much better compared to years ago, where there was really a lot of discrimination against non-native English teachers, where it was like, oh, also about accents and like, you're not a native, you don't know English. And it's just, honestly, it's just not true. It's completely wrong. And in my opinion, even non-native English speakers sometimes understand the English language better than native English speakers, especially grammar. And yeah, just and I think also the market has changed now and has recognized this, and definitely is giving more opportunities and chances to non-native English speakers, both in actual classrooms and also online. Laura saying, I'm learning Japanese. Okay, very cool. Yeah. So you're learning Japanese, so you want to go to Japan. That makes sense. Awesome. What about the other participants here? If you're still here, if you're still watching and you put Japan as your wish destination, why Japan? Let me know. And then maybe we give it a couple more minutes. If you still have one last question, think about it, type it, and then I'm going to answer that for you. If you don't have any more questions, we are slowly coming to an end of this live stream, but it was very insightful for me as well. And I think this Menti word wall was a lot of fun to use. This was the first time I used it, and I think it worked really well. I thank you so much for participating. It's always daunting if you want to try something and then maybe people don't participate, and it's kind of but it worked out really well. So thank you so much, guys. All right. Here is an answer from Radi Keleko. Japan is a beautiful country. They are clean. Their rugby team is doing great. They eat healthily. I love their fashion. I just love Japan. Yeah, well said. Love that. Love that answer. That's awesome. Thank you. Cool. Great. So yeah, Japan is a winner today. Anyone, like I said, who is interested in teaching, moving to Japan, browse our playlist and check out more live streams. We did live events with 2 Australian sisters who are currently in Tokyo. One of them teaches in the JET program, and the other one for a private school. So they talk a lot about living in Japan, how to get into the schools, etc. So do check that out. And then also I did live sessions before about how to teach English in Asia, and Japan is also in there. So do check that out as well. So yeah. Juliana says, I think I can use that tool for my online lesson. Yeah, I think this is really great. They also have a lot of other options other than the word wall, but I think that works really well. Hi, Marcia. I lost it today. No problem. Hugs to you as well. I hope you're doing great today and have a great weekend. Rare Breed says to Laura Kimmich, keep it up. It will help you around here. I have lost a lot of opportunities because I couldn't speak Japanese. On a simple note, to live in Japan is to speak Japanese. Yeah, it's similar in Korea as well. It definitely helps you to speak if you speak Korean. So, yeah. July Lay says, I think working in Japan is safe. Yeah, it's a very safe country, isn't it? Yeah, that's also true. Wait, final question. What countries pay the most in South America? Ooh, that's also a good point. So, I'm actually currently, and I know I said this a couple of times. If you heard me say this before, you're like, okay. But I am in the works of inviting guests who are in South America to a live session about countries in South America and the different salaries. This is in the works. I did not want to do this just by myself because I've never been to South America. I've never taught there. And I'd rather have some guests on who are there and know the market. So this is coming also with the different salaries. As for salaries, you can also check out our FAQ section, and we do have content about Latin America, South America on there. So I recommend browsing that to find out more about this. But a live event about South America is also coming, and I hope it's still coming this month. We have to see. It's a bit difficult with the time difference because I'm in Korea, they are in South America, so it's kind of tricky. And I probably have more than one guest, hopefully, and it just takes a little bit more time to set all of this up. All right, but wait, which countries have you been to? Sorry for asking. No, it's fine. You can ask. I've been to a lot of countries in Asia and in Europe. I have not been to South America at all, unfortunately, but I've been to I think more than 30 different countries, so a lot of countries, but yeah, not in South America. Obviously, the last 2 years, I couldn't travel internationally. I was stuck in South Korea. So no international travel for the past 2 years, unfortunately, but hopefully 2022 will look a little bit differently. But if you're interested in countries I have been to, you can also check out my own website at lindagoeseast.com. I share a lot of content about my travels on there, so if you're interested in that, go to lindagoeseast.com and check that out. Yeah, some recruitment agencies, sure. So we actually also have a page on our website for our recruitment partners, and you can check them out here. We work with a lot of different TEFL recruiters all over the world, and you can see a list of them right here and get in touch with them as well. Recruiters are a great way to find jobs abroad. There are some scams, so definitely be aware. None of the people on this page, of course, are scammers. We work with them, but because it's such a lucrative market, there are a lot of scammers who actually try to take money from you or even personal information. So what you need to know is that the teacher, you as the teacher, you will never have to pay for a recruiter. The school pays the recruiter. So as soon as a recruiter wants money from you, you should run away because that does not happen. Okay? That's my advice. All right, and I think until here, this is it for today. We're already over 1 hour. Usually we try to keep it at around an hour, which is right now. Thank you so much for participating in our word wall today. It was really fun learning more about you guys, hopefully answering some burning questions. And like I said, next week will be about what you need to know for teaching in 2022 and also the best countries to teach in 2022. who's hiring, which teaching programs do no longer exist, and all of those things. So tune in again next week. And I hope to see you all again then. And I wish you a wonderful weekend. And okay, one more comment here from Juliana. I'm gonna read that. I might have commented here once, but when a non-native English teacher teaches, it's easier to identify learning problems and find out different strategies to solve it. It's my viewpoint. Once you had passed for the same problems. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I agree with that. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for watching. Rare Breed, thank you. You are so sweet. And yeah, I hope to see you all again next week. Don't forget our 30% discount. Maybe I should share this link just one more time, just in case. If you're interested in TEFL TESOL certification, you can get a 30% discount. I mention this every time, but some people, you know, are new. So this is the link. Click on that. 30% off any TEFL or TESOL course from ITTT. Obviously, no pressure. Next week, we'll also have this discount. You can take your time, browse through the courses, and maybe next week ask me about the courses if you have any questions. No problem. And yeah, thank you guys again for tuning in, for watching. And then I'm going to say goodbye now. And I hope to see you all again next week. Stay happy, stay healthy, have a great weekend. And then I'll see you all later. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.